So Warner gets sued, and what do? They attack their business partners. That's right. The company that gave them $4.5 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars over the last 25 years, has now become a liability. So just like JD and Fantastic Beasts 3, or say J.K. Rowling, Warner is now trying to cancel their own business partners. Why? Because they want to get paid. Oh man, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And this, it is getting nasty, especially on the Warner side. With even Warner's Shill Media talking about how ugly this stuff is getting. You can see it right here. WB has made a rare move to pull back the veil themselves after the usual dry corporate statement they issued last week. A Warner Brothers spokesman Monday took the white gloves off. Basically, they're down and they're wanting to get dirty. See, here's something that a lot of people don't know about Warner Brothers. They are in financial disarray. When I say that, they're in the middle of a merger right now, and even after the merger, we're talking about $58 billion in debt. That's going to be Warner Brothers carrying $43 billion in debt, Discovery carrying $15 billion in debt into the merger, and HBO Max, they're not pulling their weight even after all of the exclusive movies they've shown. That's why Warner is being so nasty about this particular litigation. They were caught trying to cut out their business partners while filling up their coffers. You can see that right here. They're being called out. Warner Brothers' sole purpose in moving the release date of The Matrix Resurrections forward was to create a desperately needed wave of year-end HBO Max premium subscriptions for what it knew would be a blockbuster film, despite knowing full well that it would decimate the film's box office revenue and deprive Village Roadshow of any economic upturn that Warner Brothers and its affiliates would enjoy, especially as compared to a 2022 exclusive theatrical release. Literally, Warner Brothers agreed to allow its sister company to stream Village Roadshow's tentpole film on the same day of its theatrical release for no additional revenue, so its sister company could increase its subscribers and subscription revenue with the additional benefit of boosting its parent company's stock. No other studio, none of them out there, did anything of the sort. Like I said, they get called out. And if we've learned anything about Warner Brothers from, say, the JD situation, from that certain Aquaman starlet, what happened with Aquaman 2, or even what happened with Batwoman, all of that mess where you had exposures behind the scenes, it's that Warner Brothers, they don't like being called out. And this, it was more than being called out. As Village Roadshow, they headed back to the court. They said, you know what? We don't just want a decision. We want that decision as soon as possible. Why? Because they're damaging us. They're damaging us severely. So Warner Brothers, they decided they're going to speak out. Now listen to how Shill Media spins this disclosure too. As Village Roadshow heads back to the court docket today to further push as soon as possible on the breach of contract lawsuit, the longtime financier of tentpole flicks filed last week against the Warner Media-owned studio over box office disappointment, The Matrix Resurrections. Warner Brothers has made a rare move to pull back the veil themselves. And that's not true, by the way. It is not rare. Like I said, look up that Aquaman starlet, Peter Safran. Look at what they had to say about Batwoman when they feel their corner. This is what they always do. Continuing. After the usual dry corporate statement they issued last week, a Warner Brothers spokesperson Monday took the white gloves off. Again, they're willing to get dirty here. And that, like I said, that's not rare at all. When we're reading this, remember, this is a partner they're talking about. Again, one of this forked over $4.5 billion to them in funding. So Village's actions have been duplicitous, and this dispute is equally contrived. Village was happy to have their name on the credit of the film, traveled to the world premiere in San Francisco, and held themselves out to the media as producers on the film. But they have now reneged on their contractual obligation to pay their share of the cost of the film. Now you notice right there, they don't bring up anything about HBO Max. They don't bring anything up about shareholders or any of their affiliates or Discovery because they try to spin it in a different way. But continuing, it is notable that throughout 2021, we reached mutually acceptable agreements on all our films in the 2021 slate to provide additional compensation to talent and our partners in light of our day-and-date release strategy during the beer bug. The only exception was Village, who refused to honor its commitment to pay their share of the production cost, rejecting the opportunity we offered to de-risk them from any financial underperformance. Now, that part of the statement is duplicitous, by the way, really for two reasons. Number one, again, Legendary threatened to sue over Dune and Godzilla vs. Kong until Warner Brothers, they stepped off tens of millions more in financing. So they had to pay through the nose to get something with them. They were going to sue too. And number two, when they talk about financial underperformance, they're basically saying, well, we're going to minimize risk up to a baseline. And what their partner here is saying is that you're not allowing the movie to succeed. Basically, you're robbing us of making any real profit. Instead, they continue and finalize here, Village wants to enjoy the benefit of publicly holding themselves out as co-owners and producers while preserving a quote-unquote free look at the ultimate outcome of the film's performance without any financial investment on their part. This is not how we conduct business. Oh no, you conduct business in another way, don't you? Certainly not with trusted partners. And I'm sure that they're not going to be your trusted partner anymore. Now what's funny is that the media, they agree on this too, telling you that Warner Brothers, they are undoing 25 years of lucrative friendship between the two companies. And you know what? Warner Brothers, they don't care about that. They don't care about it at all. It's like I've been saying with JD and also with J.K. Rowling. Rowling made Warner Brothers billions of dollars when it came to Harry Potter. JD has made them countless sums too. And how do they return that favor? Well, they return it by unceremoniously kicking one person to the curb, trying to remove the other from every banner headline because of controversy. Yeah, you see exactly how they treat their business partners. That's the same thing you're seeing right here. After $4.5 billion in financing, they decide they're going to cut their business partners out of things. And well, if they have a problem with it, they're going to try to shame them publicly. And more of them, they need to speak up. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work, so thank you. I can't say that enough. If you want to help out the channel, by the way, there are links in the description. We could always use your help too, so check those out. But you being here, that is the most help of all. So thank you. Appreciate you sincerely. And until next time, we will see you soon.